Soul Sanctuary family, hello, a little bonus practice for you here. We've got yoga for runners. This is going to be mostly stretch, little bit of strength, but mostly a stretchy pre or post running session. So yeah, I hope you love it. And we're actually going to get started standing up. So coming to stand at the top of your mat and just grounding for a moment into Tadasana. So just feeling your feet earthing down, whether you're on a yoga mat or you're just on the floor, just taking a little softness through the knees as you really ground down. Bringing your awareness to your feet. And just notice how it feels. Maybe you roll onto the insides, onto the outsides, to the front, to the back. Pushing down the toes, maybe one at a time. Trying to find that little sweet spot of balance. And just start to check in with your breath, being aware of the rise and fall of the chest. Maybe you can feel it filling up into the belly. Noticing if the breath is getting stuck in the neck or the shoulders, and just maybe roll those shoulders back just to alleviate a little bit of tension there if it's residing there. We're going to take an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Take a softening through the knees as you roll the body all the way down into a forward fold. Your knees can obviously be bent here. Let the head hang heavy. Have a little shake out through the head, through the neck, forwards, backwards, side to side. And then you're going to place either both hands can be on blocks or they can just be fingertips down. And you're just going to pedal here through these knees. So you're going to bend one, then the other. Just recognizing and observing here at the start of the practice, how does that lower body feel? Is there any crunching? Is there any clicking? Again, without any judgment, without needing to force anything, we're just bringing ourselves into deeper awareness. And then softly slowing down those knees, take an inhale, lift the chest, bring the hands to the shins. And then exhale, slowly lowering all the way down. You can have the legs straight or bent, shifting the weight towards the front of the feet. And just holding here. Three more breaths. Taking an inhale. And exhale. Finding another inhale. And exhale. Last one here, taking a breath in and letting it go. And then slowly softening the knees, but engaging the glutes and the lower spine as you roll yourself all the way up to standing. Head and neck coming last, rolling those shoulders back. We're going to just peel up onto the toes of that right foot, lift the right knee. And then we're going to place those toes back down, ground through the foot. We go to the left side, peeling the left foot off, finding your balance, and then placing that foot down. Going to the right again, lifting the right knee, placing it down. Just being mindful, you want to be kind of placing bit by bit of the foot down, left side. And then coming all the way down. We're going to lift up the right again, finding that inhale. So you're not holding onto the knee here. I want you to be actively using your active range of motion here. We're going to inhale here. Hands can come to the hips. Exhale, open that right leg out to the side, just as far as it will go. Doesn't need to go all the way. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the side. A little bit of love for these hip flexors. Inhaling to the front. Exhaling to the side. Last time, inhale to the front. Exhale to the side. Taking that right leg all the way back. Maybe you come through a little warrior 3 here. If you do, let's just hold on here, hands to the heart space. Take a bend through that left supporting leg. So you're going to feel that aliveness in the glutes now. Holding here. And then very gently, without crashing down to the floor, we're going to drop that right leg all the way down, lower the back knee down so we come into a low lunge. Now, I don't mind if you want to keep the toe tucked or untucked, up to you. You can also stack something underneath your knee if you need some padding. You might want to grab 2 blocks. Having 2 blocks either side of you will just give you a little bit more height here. And blocks are really, really great to have. So you're going to allow yourself to come into that low lunge. I'm going to invite in a little bit of movement in this low lunge. So you can see here I'm kind of shifting forwards and backwards, finding some circles. Staying connected to that breath. And then finding stillness in that lunge. Taking one more breath here. And then we're going to exhale, take it back to Ardha Hanumanasana, our half split. So taking an inhale as you lengthen through the chest. Again, blocks are going to be super helpful here if you've got 2 blocks that you can place your hands on. And then exhale, fold. I'm going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last one, taking a nice big inhale as you lengthen. And then exhale, fold. You're going to shift that weight forwards again. Right hand's going to come onto the block or down to the ground if you've got that space. You might want to heel toe that left foot out slightly as you drop forward into the lunge, this time lifting the back foot up. We're going to get this stretch through the quad and the hip flexor here. If you would like to take hold of that foot, opening the left shoulder up towards the sky, you could take the gaze with it. 3 more breaths here, finding the inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. The last one, breathing in. And slowly releasing, and allow that foot to come all the way down to the ground. We're going to pivot ourselves around into a left side Skandasana. Now, modified Skandasana, you'll be high up on this leg. Your right hand will be down, your left arm's going up to the sky. It's just a little bit easier to support like this in the modified variation. Or you come all the way down into this left side. And if we're doing it all the way down, you're going to take left hand down and right arm up. Taking an inhale, really lengthening whichever arm is up to the sky. So finding that connection here. You're going to have another 3 breaths here, finding the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, breathing in. And breathing out. Unraveling yourself round, no matter where you are, you'll frame that left foot. Step yourself all the way back to a downward facing dog. Now, maybe this is going to give you a nice yummy stretch into those calf muscles. So just walking out that downward facing dog. Pedaling through the feet, through the knees. And again, just dropping into stillness here. If it feels a little bit too intense on the shoulders, you can drop down to your knees and you can take alternate pushes through each leg here while we're in a downward facing dog, because this is a really, really lovely variation to get that calf stretch, which is what we're really bringing our focus to in this downward facing dog today. 2 more breaths. I'm going to start to walk the feet all the way into the hands. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen through the chest, and exhale as you fold here again. Just a couple of breaths to release the head, release the neck. And then softening through those knees, engaging the glutes as you roll yourself all the way up to standing. And again, head and neck come last. We're then going to draw the left leg up. Remember, active range of movement. So we're not holding with the hands. We are literally holding with the muscles we've got. Let's find an inhale here. Exhale, open that left leg out to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, open to the side. Inhale, front. Exhale, open out to the side, and then the left leg goes back, lowering the chest down, warrior 3. You can bring the hands to the heart space, finding that balance, and taking a nice bend through that right supporting leg. This is going to make the right side glutes work a little bit harder. Holding here. And then with control, you'll take that left foot all the way back, drop the back knee down, and bring yourself into your low lunge. Remember, hands to blocks or fingertips down. And for the first few breaths, we just explore a bit of movement here. And then dropping into stillness in that lunge. Just finding the position that's going to work best for you. Trying to reach the crown of the head up to the sky. Taking another breath in here. And then exhale, shifting the hips back, finding your half split. So drawing the right toes, they're not my fingers, toes up to the sky. Drawing that right hip in towards the body. Undulate with the breath, find an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale as we fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, lift. And then exhale, fold. This time we start to shift ourselves forwards towards that low lunge. Left hand comes down onto the floor or onto a block. You can heel toe that right foot open slightly, drawing the back foot in and then reaching that right hand around to catch hold of that foot, if that's available. If not, you just stay in that lunge. You'll still be feeling it, I'm sure, through that left hip flexor and quad. So opening that right shoulder up to the sky if you've got that connection with the foot. And just breathing here. Without letting that back foot ping away, we slowly release it down to the mat, bringing both hands to the inside edge of the right foot, lift the back knee, pivot round, right side Skandasana, either modified, left hand would be down, right arm's going to come up into this little twist like we did on the other side, or if you're coming all the way down into right side, you will switch the hands over. So it'll be right hand down, left arm all the way up. Finding a breath in here. And exhale. Another breath in. And exhale, last one. And then lowering that left hand down, we come to frame the foot. And then step right foot all the way back again, meeting back in that downward facing dog. Or again, you can drop those knees down and take one foot back at a time in that all fours position. Just breathing into the backs of the legs here. On an inhale from your downward facing dog, or maybe from your all fours, you're going to wave the body all the way forwards to plank, and you're going to drop the knees down and lower all the way down to the belly, placing the elbows underneath the shoulders. You want to make sure the elbows aren't too far back and then not too far forward. So we want the elbows to be just underneath the shoulders, lifting the chest, finding Sphinx. You can separate the feet slightly, drawing that right foot in. So the right heel comes towards the bottom. Left hand can move into the center to support you a little bit more. Right hand's going to draw around and connect with that foot and just lift here, driving the hips down into the earth. Keeping the crown of the head lifted, chest forwards as much as you can. Slowly releasing right leg. We switch sides, drawing the left foot in. Left hand reaches around, draws the heel in. Keeping that chest lifted. And then And slowly releasing that left leg without letting it ping away. Release the chest down. Take the forehead to the backs of the hands. Just swish those hips side to side, giving yourself a little bit of love here. Hands come underneath the chest, placing the toes tucked under. Push yourself all the way through to a downward facing dog. Take one breath here. And then we're going to step, walk, hop, jump. I don't mind. Your feet all the way through to your hands and come to sit down into a seated position. Both legs are going to be forwards. So both legs out long, Paschimottanasana, but we're going to move with some breath here. So we're going to sweep our hands forwards all the way up. And then we're going to exhale, cactus, open the arms, okay? Obviously, when we're running, we're using this motion a lot. So even though a lot of people will focus so much on the lower body, which is correct, we still want to feel like we're getting that opening through the upper body as well. So we're going to inhale, forward fold, reach the arms forwards and up. Exhale, heart lifts, cactus, open the arms. Inhale, reaching forwards, lifting up. Exhale, heart lifts, cactus, open the arms. 2 more like that. Inhale, reaching forwards and up. Exhale, cactus. Last one. Inhale, forwards and up. And exhale, cactus. Now, we're going to give the feet a little bit of love. I'm going to turn to face you. You can take your right leg just out long and you're going to create a, ladies, if you're doing this, if you ever put the toe separators in, you're going to do your own toe separator with your fingers. So you're going to place a finger between each toes. It can feel a little bit weird at first if you've never done this before, but this is a really, really, really great little exercise to do. And you can just place your ankle on your knee and all you're going to do is just start to move and wiggle through the foot with that separator with the fingers. And with your left hand, with your thumb, you could also give that arch of your foot a little bit of a massage. I'm going to do this for about another 5 to 6 breaths. You can move those toes forwards and backwards. I'm going to release your toe separator and you're just going to use both thumbs to give the sole of the foot and the toes a little bit of love. So you'll literally push in through that center line, out through the big toe, the baby toe, and then working through those middle ones just to give them lots and lots of love. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to bring in the right foot. Now it doesn't matter which leg that you did. And you're going to add in your toe separators. And you can start to move the ankle around and push the toes forwards, backwards. With that right thumb, you can start to get into the arch a little bit. Again, another 5 or 6 breaths here. Last breath. Releasing the toe separators and just give the sole of the foot and the underside of those toes a bit of love, stretching them all out. If you've literally just been for a run and you've got nice sweaty feet, then enjoy. Beautiful. So slowly releasing, you're just going to come, if you weren't already facing the front of your mat, just come to face the front of the mat and slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your back. So we're going to take an active figure 4 to begin with. So this ankle of the right foot's coming onto the left knee. You can see here I'm not grabbing hold of my leg just yet. I want to try and find this 90-degree angle. I want to actively externally rotate from my right hip, flexing my right foot, grounding my lower back into the earth. So actively working here. Taking another breath. Then you can draw the legs in a little bit just to make it slightly easier. And we're just going to floss here. So we're going to inhale, left leg lengthens long up to the sky. Exhale, we bend the left leg in. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, we bring it in. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale in. Now you can interlace the hands behind that thigh. You can draw the legs in. Maybe you want to take a little rock side to side here. You can also rock yourself up to seated and take a seated version of this figure 4. I'll just show you what that looks like in case that's where you'd like to be with your hands behind you. It might be that this just feels a little bit nicer for you today. Doesn't mean you need to come here every time. So just checking in to see where you want to be in this figure 4 today. One more breath here, breathing into the outside edge of the hips of the IT band. And you're going to keep the legs as they are. As you reach the arms to cactus or T shape, the legs are going to drop to the left. So the sole of the right foot either connects with the ground or you can place a block between the ground and your foot. So we're going to take, this is a supine twist, but with a figure 4, and you're going to take your head over to the right side. Again, we're going to feel not only the twist now coming through the side body, but you're going to get that extra little sensation through the hip flexors and down the side of the leg as well. Nice big breaths here as you fill up into the body. Starting to really rest and restore now. Two more breaths here. And then slowly starting to unravel back through center. We'll take the left ankle onto the right knee. And again, we're going to find that 90-degree figure 4. So just to begin with, externally rotating actively from that left hip. Both feet are flexed and we're just holding this position as we ground the lower spine down into the earth. Make sure you keep breathing. The tendency when the core is naturally engaging and stabilizing you, there can be a little tendency to stop breathing. So making sure you continue that breath. Draw the knees in slightly. We'll take those 4 flosses with the leg. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhaling, bring it back down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, leg reaches up. And then exhale it back down. You can interlace the hands behind the thigh or over the shin if that's how you prefer it. And you could also rock yourself up to that seated variation if that feels good. Closing down the eyes. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then reaching those arms all the way out to cactus or T-shape, dropping the legs over to the right side, sole of the foot greets the earth or a block in between. Reaching those arms long. And then another 2 breaths here. And gently drawing those knees back through center. Hug the knees into the chest. We'll take our final asana. We'll take a happy baby. So taking hold of the outside edges of the feet, Drawing those knees down to the outside edges of the body and maybe finding a little rock side to side. Finding some movement here, or if you'd prefer to find stillness in your happy baby, just landing in that stillness. And again, just close your eyes here. Slowly just breathing, restoring back to a calm, soothing feeling, hopefully. And hugging those knees back into the chest, starting to rock yourself forwards and backwards, finding enough momentum to bring yourself all the way up to a seated position. So finding a comfortable seated position, you could be cross-legged, you could be up on a block or a bolster, closing down those eyes and just placing one hand on top of the other over the heart space. Let's just ground back in here together. So just reconnecting with your breath, with your body, with your energy and your emotions. As we well know, running is on the exterior very much a physical activity, but we know how much mindset, how much ego can get in, how much emotion can also get in. So it's really important that we take moments of stillness just to ground in our clarity, ground in our sovereignty here. And let's close the class with a nice big releasing breath together, finding an inhale. And let it go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I hope that you enjoy this, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again very soon. Bye-bye.